King501 on Instagram. Check me out if you get a minute. I'm coming to you today to tell you about a place called Hello Mobile. Um, Me as the Coupon King, I try to tell people about the best way to save on your cell phone service because that's where a lot of us spend a lot of money. But I tried out Hello Mobile, and I want you to know about my experience because it has to be, if not the worst, one of the worst companies out there to deal with. Um, let's start from the beginning. I went to the website. I'm on it now on my phone. Um, you pull it up, and it basically asks you, let's get started. Right now, I was like, man, I'm going to try this because they're offering 1 month free if you pay for 1 month. So, depending on how many lines you want, it's unlimited everything. So, one line of unlimited everything is $25. You can't beat that if it works properly. Um, I decided to go with the 2 lines because when you do 2 lines, it's only $40. So, that's $20 per line. Okay, so first problem that I had with them is that on the website, when you first sign up, you put in your shipping address, and then later on when you go to pay, you put in the billing address. It asks you, is the billing address the same or different? You put billing address, it's a box you check. I put in my shipping address first, then it asks about the billing address. I put the billing address there, paid, no problem. Okay, so that's one of the problems, but I'm gonna get back to that in just a moment. So after that, I'm like, okay, good. They send me an email, hey, you're signed up, whatever. Okay, cool. So when you get your SIM activate, but then a couple of days passed, I was like, man, they hadn't even sent me a tracking number or anything. So I went back into my account and I seen where you can hit activate under my account. So what they don't tell you is that you have to actually hit activate before they will send you a SIM card out. I guess they just think, is this going to start working? I don't know. They're the phone company, so it's just a big joke. But so basically, if you do sign up for the service, and I'm speaking from a bring your own device perspective, not from buying their device. If you buy their device and they send you something with the SIM card already in it, it might work perfectly. I'm not sure. I haven't experienced that. I'm going from a bring your own device because, like I say, I'm trying to save people money. I want you to pay for your phones and just buy your service so you're not tied into those, I ain't going to call them contracts now, but that basically you just rent a phone, through these people now. So um, you have to go in. They don't tell you. You have to go in after you buy the thing. If you go online, you have to go in and hit activate. That's when they will send you the SIM card. Now, this is the problem with that. I had a billing address and a shipping address. They sent the SIM card to my billing address, which is normally an undeliverable address. I had to go through loopholes with the post office just to get that package. I called in to try to have them to change it. They said, "Oh, the package already went out, but we'll send you some more to the correct address." And this and that and the other, So they suggested getting with the post office and all that. And luckily, I was able to go down to the post office, and I had some friends that worked there because I'm shipping a lot of stuff, and they were able to locate the packages and get them to me. But everyone's not going to be able to do that, and who wants to do that? So that's the first problem. And I actually called in, was on the phone over an hour. They were very the customer service is very poor. Um, I may have talked to 12 or 15 people, and I've only had the card since Sunday, and today is Thursday. And I've disconnected my service with them and asked for a full refund because of everything that's went on with the service, bringing your own device. So if you're going to bring your own device to Hello Mobile, don't do it. I'm going to continue on with the story. And if this video gets cut short for any reason, I'll just make a part 2 and continue on with it. Okay, so Hello Mobile, I get the SIM cards after going through all these loopholes. I get it Saturday. I don't mess with it Saturday. I said, well, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm busy Saturday doing other things. Sunday, I get up. I say I'm gonna activate the phones. I put it in iPhone 6s, and I got an iPhone 5s, and that was the two I was gonna use. There's some older phones that I have, so I was like, hey, they normally work perfect. I always use them to test out these products, and I come tell people about them and tell people, hey, you can save money just by doing X, Y, Z. I've done it, you know. So I like to test it before I tell people about it. So I put it in the iPhone 6s, put everything in, boom, cut it off, came back on, it came up, and it was a Sprint service. And the package you're going to get, it looks like this. I got two of them because I purchased two phones, and they sent them separately. You get this here if you want to send the old phone back in for a gigabyte of credit or something. You get this here, which is something about a Quick Link Wireless is what this says, and I don't know where Quick Link Wireless comes into the equation, and they want you to download an app, and then this is kind of something from Quick Link also that's telling you how to send in your old phone and get 1 gigabyte of free data. Okay, what else is in here? You get this pamphlet here, which is the quick start guide, and your SIM card will be on the inside. I've taken mine out, and this is what it looks like. And actually, it's a Sprint Boost Virgin SIM card. And they also send you this. This was the best part of everything because I got this right here. And this is just like something where if you have a micro SIM and you need to change it to the bigger one, you can change it up. And that was cool. And they have the little piece to pop out the, on the iPhones, you have to pop out with this little thing here. So it was actually in there. That's what you get. Popped it out, put it in the first iPhone 6s. Everything comes back up. LTE's working. Sent a message to somebody, text message. That's working. Made a call, it's working. Internet's working. Okay, cool. LTE. I put in the second one, which is the 5S, iPhone 5S. And I've used it on all type of services prior to now. I always had LTE. With this one, when I put it in, it only had 3G. It wouldn't go past, it would give me 3G. And if you mess with these phones, 3G, you can't even watch a YouTube video on the 3G. So I said, well, I'm gonna give it a couple of days. Maybe it's the tower, this and that and other. So after a couple of days, I said, well, I'm gonna call in. You call in. Their hours are incorrect on their phone because it says that they're available from something to 8 Eastern, which is a lie. So I think they actually close at 5 once I had to ask them. So they close at 5 Eastern, but on the phone thing, it'll tell you 8 Eastern, so you thinking you calling and they supposed to be open, but they telling you they closed. So that's what happened the first couple of days. When I finally got through, I told them, hey, I'm having a problem with this phone. It's a 5S. I've used it on other services. Normally has LTE, but it's only getting 3G. I've powered it off. I've did everything. I've checked everything. So I went through a few steps with them. The first person, well, actually, let me start back. I talked to one person. They transferred me to another person who transferred me to a third person. So now I've been on the phone over an hour, hour and a half, just sitting here trying to figure out why I ain't got 3G. Well, I only have 3G. So by the time I get to the last person, they tell me, oh, you got some kind of block on the phone and this and that and other. I'm like, well, man, that don't make sense, because I can pop in an AT&T SIM card, which my daughter had. I put in. I did it right while I was on the phone with them and told them when I put this AT&T in, works perfectly. I have a Mint Mobile one. I take the AT&T out, put Mint Mobile in, works perfectly. I put theirs in, I'm only getting 3G. So they said, oh, something blocked on the phone, this and that. I'm like, man, nothing's blocked. There's no way it could be. And he said, well, let's go through some steps. And if this video ends, I'm going to have part 2. So we went through some steps. By the time I got done with the steps, the phone didn't work at all now. Whatever he had me to do, pound, 3, this, that, he had me do a lot of stuff. And I went through it, even though I didn't feel like those things were going to fix the problem. But I was willing to go through it, went through it. And by the time I was done with the representative, the 5S no longer worked. You could make a call, you could send texts and all that. But when I got done with him, the phone no longer worked. So that was the first thing. So, it got to the point they were like, well, we'll send you out another SIM card. Okay, go ahead and send me another SIM card. Now, I didn't mention it to them, but this is days of my service that y'all are taking to send me a SIM card, because it takes them around a week or more to send a SIM card even after you ask for it. So keep that in mind. If you want this service, order it a week, or don't let your service go out, because you will be without service for a week trying to get the SIM card if you're doing to bring your own device. So next thing